Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Robbe with Believe in the Run.
And this is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And you're listening to The Drop, our weekly podcast about running, Robbe.
Yeah, so much running.
The run life.
And Megan is pulling an AI move out of town this week.
Yeah, I'm in Boston.
So, are you going to create an AI image of?
I mean, I think I should do all three of us this week. Like, we'll just do a mashup.
I didn't think the one of Robbe was very good, and people thought it was great.
People loved it.
That says a lot about me.
I like that it gave you a fedora.
Yeah, the running. So for those who aren't aware, last week I was in Florida, and to promote the podcast on our Instagram, Thomas created an AI image of myself.
I put in a description of what I think Robbe is.
Yeah, but you put in the AI prompt like a runner with a mustache and a running hat.
But yeah, photorealistic.
And it came up with a fedora.
So guess what's coming next? That's going to be the next hot move. We just didn't know about it.
Yeah. Screw the Legionnaire. The fedora's in.
Yeah. So Robbie's back this week. He's in studio. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for Meg, she's up in Boston.
I mean, I told you about my morning. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty great, to be honest.
Yeah, it sounded pretty good. Why don't you tell us what you're doing up there?
Yeah. So yesterday I raced the B.A.A 10K in the
top 20 female American.
Ooh.
In
the On Cloudboom Echo 3.
Yep. My race performance was not
we'll talk about
great, but the shoes were. So yeah, we could talk about them later.
Yeah, but wait, when she says her race performance wasn't great, it wasn't what she was hoping for. She was top 20 American women on a day where it was super hot. 70, what was it at the start?
My splits tell a pretty good story of what happened. My first mile was a 5:38 and my last mile was a 6:14. So, little positive split there.
Did you think you could hold the 5:40 pace?
I thought on a really
maybe
good day I could hold high 5:40s, low 5:50s. But that's on a dreamy, cool day, which we did not get.
So does this course have any shade or anything, or is it just in the sun?
It was pretty much entirely in the sun. There was a little bit of shade here and there, but you're basically just running on an open road. And we were hoping it was going to be overcast because that's what the forecast called for, but instead it was bright sunshine. And not as flat as described.
So did you... Okay.
Well, here's the crazy thing. When you get to run like Megan, you get to get up there. She also had fan support. Paul Lang shot a video of her. You had people yelling your name. So, that was probably pretty helpful. But the other thing is you told me that the problem I had when I did the B.A.A 5K the day before the Boston Marathon, where I was I lined up at this high 6 minute pace group, and it was about 20, I would say it's a quarter mile from the start even, or not that far. It's probably a 10th of a mile from the start when you line up at the mid 6s for the 5K. And I had to walk through people. And I think that Megan had the same problem with the 10K you were describing to me.
Yeah, what was crazy is there's 10,000 people that run this event. So it's massive, but they do a self-selected start. So basically you line up where you believe, obviously your bib has either a wave 1 or a wave 2, so you have to kind of follow those guidelines. But within wave 1, there's thousands of people, and it's where you feel you should be starting is where you go. And for whatever reason, people that are not running fast love to be in the front. And I don't get it at all.
That's what I don't understand. I don't get it either, because it can't be fun getting just pushed and shoved out of the way by people coming up behind you who are running faster. And I found it it wasn't just that they weren't running the pace that they should have been for the area that they were in. They also usually had a group of friends. So you'd have 4 people walking wide in you're trying to get by them and you're jumping up on the sidewalks and stuff like that. Is it a similar course as the 5K, Meg? Do you start at that park?
Yeah, it's the same exact starting spot. I didn't look at the 5K course, but I imagine it's pretty similar. You probably just turn around a lot sooner, like half of it.
Yeah, that's my guess.
So did you kind of line up beside Molly Seidel and give her like the I got you look?
Yeah, it was just me and her like side by side. No, what was really cool is that there's a pro field, so they have their own start that's completely separate from ours. They like have a whole other street next to us, but while we're lined up waiting for them to start, we get to watch them all doing their like striders back and forth. So it was like really cool to be standing there watching like Emily Sisson and Molly Seidel and Helen O'Beary like just doing striders.
No, you don't do striders. So, like,
no,
if
we're packed in like sardines, just watching the pros do their stuff.
Right, but will you do that? Will you do the little show if you become pro?
Absolutely not. I'm never gonna be at that level, so we don't have to worry about it.
You're just gonna stand there while people are running around.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick question about the course. So the course for the 5K was like you ran up to that tunnel that you come into the Boston Marathon. You start coming into downtown or to the finish line. So did you have, because that would be hilly because you'd have to run, that's kind of a downhill to the finish. So are you running uphill first and then turning around and coming downhill for the second half?
It's rolling basically the whole time. So you go through that tunnel, down that bridge, and then you go up a hill, down a hill, up a hill, down a hill, and back. So you're basically just on a rolling course the whole time.
Did you beat any of the people that were doing those striders next to you looking all
You beat a pro.
good?
There was one woman in the pro field who technically my time was faster, but no, I didn't. They start 5 minutes earlier or whatever.
Okay. Feel free to call her out.
I will not.
You can put a picture of her in her story.
Oh, man.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, I mean the race was cool.
Why are you now? The 10K's over.
Yeah.
Why are you still in Boston? Because the race is
over. So we are going to do some lab testing with New Balance on Tuesday. So we're going to go in and sort of test out the carbon fiber plated shoes like the SC Trainer 2 versus some non plated shoes to see like some of the results and some of that data. And then we're going to host a group run on Tuesday night out of Heartbreak.
So when you say test the shoes, the plated ones, you're looking to see if your VO2, the economy, the efficiency of the plated shoe with the foam helps over, say, a normal shoe like a 880 or something like that.
We're specifically, I believe, going to be testing the 1080 versus the SC Trainer 2.
Cool. Will it be the new 1080 or last year's 1080?
My understanding is it will be last year's.
Okay.
Probably. So you need to get in that ice container that they have there. They have like a
oh, you mean the room?
Yeah, where they could drop the temperature to like Rocky fighting the freezer. You know when he's like fighting
the sides of beef.
Yeah, you need to. I wanted that to be part of the training last year, just hanging, butchered pigs in there and fighting them, Rocky style. But then they weren't cool with it, so.
Yeah, so they have a climate controlled room.
It's called a meat locker.
But they also can do hot in there.
Yeah, don't do that with the cuts of meat in there. It's gonna turn out
smell
poorly.
bad.
Yeah.
So who's gonna be there with you doing the testing?
It's gonna be Megan Featherston, Jess Movald, Emily Heller, and myself, and Laura Green will be there helping us film.
Feathers is going back. This will be Feathers' second time.
Yes.
Seems a little.
Yeah, all female,
unfair.
So it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, ask them if they remember how good me and Thomas were at basketball.
It should be on security video somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. What's funny is I remember we probably talked about this last year, but I remember like playing 1-on-1 and we were terrible. But I was thinking we probably look pretty good, and then I saw a video of us and I was like, oh man,
I loved it. I thought we did look good.
It's like really embarrassing. It looked like
wait, who was videoing you guys play basketball?
Brandon probably.
Brandon or Jared or someone like that. Yeah. Actually, I think it was Meg. I think it was Meg Featherston that was recording us.
Might have been.
Yeah, she was probably like, "Look at these fools! I gotta put this on the internet."
accurate.
You should put chimpanzee music on, like in the background.
Like circus music?
Yeah.
Yeah. But speaking of circus, how's your running been going? I didn't actually mean to.
It is a circus right now because it's like a trapeze artist. I've been using the lever a ton.
Or we could do a freak show segue to and get a status update on your face since we talked about that.
Dude, that's why I'm wearing a hat. You
10
don't want to
minutes.
see it.
Oh, really?
You don't want to see it. So last
like the Phantom of the Opera over here.
Yeah,
trying
so
to remain in the shadows.
If you don't know, yes, there we go. If you don't know, last week we talked a little bit about I'm putting this chemo cream on my face.
We should clarify you don't have cancer.
No, it's precancerous. So this stuff's supposed to get rid of it. And I thought I was going to escape. Like Megan and I were looking at it because at first I've been doing it now for almost a week. And they said 2 weeks is when it's like going to get bad. And so I'm starting to see this, this stuff.
I see it, but it just looks like you had a long night of drinking, really.
I don't know. Like if you see like.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Bam.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, it's scary. But what's
Don't do that in front of my kids.
Come here, children. It's supposed to melt off my face and then good skin underneath and all good. But I will tell you this, man, it's a bummer because it feels like I got a sunburn all the time.
Oh, it actually feels like that too?
Yeah.
Is that do you feel like maybe that's how, if you live near Chernobyl, that's how you feel?
I really do feel like this, I'm getting like this. I can't believe this is the way that we treat this stuff. It's like burn your face. Here, put it on a burner.
It seems a little like snake oil salesman, early 1900s.
It's like archaic.
Throw some leeches on there too and see what happens.
It's 2023 and the best solution
I feel
is
like
to
in 100 years we might come
burn your face off.
Well,
Right.
what's great, I went out with some of the Faster Bastards last night. So we went to Nick's Fish House and we got drinks and we're, having a good time. And of course someone says, "What's going on? You got some what do you call it? What's the dry skin one called?
Eczema?
Psoriasis?
Yeah, you got some psoriasis or something going on?" No, I'm like,
Or eczema? Yeah.
I'm like, I pull off the hat and show them what's going on. They're like the look was of like horror, like, oh,
yeah.
and they're like, "What happened?" I'm like, I got to put this cream on.
Did you do a before and after just to see that the changes are?
There's nothing to see before, like it was just like little dry spots.
But I mean, after, like, do you think your face is going to be glowing? Like you're going to have a radiance? Like
They did say that I will have the face of a 12-year-old.
Oh.
Everybody's doing this now.
Seems like something Gwyneth Paltrow would be all over.
Goop.
Yeah, she definitely has some chemo cream in her goop line.
It'd probably take it's like cold plunges, but in that cream. That's probably a thing that happens in the Hollywood underground.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think you're gonna be all right though.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if my face grows back afterwards, it'll be cool.
Yeah. I can't believe when I was writing the title for last week's episode, I was like, how did I not reference John Travolta Face Off during that?
It would have been good. You could be Nick Cage.
Yeah.
We could do it.
Face Off.
Yeah, so that's so much fun. And, I get to do that and then see the results. It's fun.
But that doesn't affect your running.
So when you go,
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't. And I had, okay, so running though,
if anything, it might make you a little bit superhuman.
my foot is, I think, doing better, but I've also gone back to, I've been doing like 40 minutes of cycling and then running, 3 to 4 miles. And I've been using the lever. And today I did it again. And then I did the lever, but then I wanted to, because I've been running on the On shoe that we're going to talk about. But I obviously wanted to get it on the road. So I ran to the office afterwards today as well. And then I'll run home in it. But, we might as well talk about it. Because, you've got some opinions. You just ran it this weekend. How's your running going? Hey, this is Thomas. First check-in. It's getting hot out there. And this is the time of year when you really got to dial in that hydration. I know Megan won't stop talking about it. You're probably going to hear about it in every city across the country. But make sure you're hydrating. Make sure you're drinking that water before you head out on the run. Make sure you're carrying water with you. Make sure you're hydrating after. It's really going to help.
Yeah, I ran. I guess it was a Faster Bastards Believe Run Club joint run up on the NCR Trail, which is a old rail trail, kind of in the shaded part of Baltimore County.
I don't think the shade helped though.
No, it was pretty miserable in the way that it was humid, like just ridiculous humidity and like raining, and then it stopped raining, warm. I will say being in Florida the week before helped transition me into it. 'Cause I was like, oh, this is normal because that's what I was running in Florida.
See, and you wore the Legionnaire hat.
Yeah, that was a horrible idea.
I think so because that would just trap in all the heat.
It's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And it's not a thin Legionnaire hat, so
I would have. Could you fold the flaps up?
yes, that's what I did on the way back. I mean, I looked good for the first 5 miles, and then
There's photos, Meg.
I saw
Brandon, throw
them.
in
I
one of the
see.
photos
I
that you
saw
took of
the ones that
Robbie.
Robbie put on his Strava, and I was I was very upset about it.
Okay.
that you didn't have one to wear for the BAA.
That you're trying to make it a thing, and now
what it
Kafuzi put it on and was taking a video of it, and everyone's like wearing it.
No, Kafuzi did not give the okay on it.
Kafuzi can actually pull it off, though. That's the thing. He needs, and he did say, he commented back and said, the more I look at this, the more I think I can do it. And so I think he might go for it.
Are you gonna? So we're going out to run with Norda. Are you gonna bring the Legionnaire hat for that run?
Probably.
Should I?
I'm gonna bring it for every run.
I have a blue one and a cream one.
Yeah, I would like to try some of the other ones. The Soar one that just came out looked pretty cool too. But yeah, so I did wear that. It was hot, and the run was pretty muddy. So my all white On Cloudboom Echo 3s were destroyed by the end, just completely covered in mud and filth. I liked them. Are we talking about the shoe right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we'll talk about the shoe and then get back into randomness. So I personally, I did like them. I feel like they're fast, but like there's no way I would wear them for a marathon. They'd feel a touch firm, not in a bad way. Unstable, like very thin platform. So in some ways, they remind me, which I told you guys, of the Saucony Endorphin Pro 1/2 because of that kind of like thin rail of a platform, as well as the toe off kind of reminds me of that, like the snap, like the plate in it. I don't know.
The toe off, not so much for me. I would, because you had already mentioned that comment. So when I was running in here today, I was like, okay, here's where I see the similarity that maybe Robbie's talking about. It is super narrow, and it is like running on a rail. It's not like that. We're getting a lot of these shoes with a wider forefoot. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you get more stable as you go up on the toe. But I really like the foam in this.
Yeah, it's a P-back, so it's going to be nice. And it's definitely the best on racing shoe to date as far as like much better than the last two versions. But Meg, you ran it yesterday at the B.A.A 10K, so what did you think?
I mean, I loved it. I love it even more, even after a not perfect race. Like, and I said this in the First Thoughts video, but when I was getting ready to do a workout the other day, I put one of these shoes on and I put an old pair of Alpha Fly ones on, one on each foot. And I was like, this feels better. The On felt better. And so I went out and did my workout in the On. Mind you, it was an old pair of Alpha Fly one that had probably 300 miles on it. But this, and you're saying this feels firm. I feel like this foam is quite soft, and it feels like, I feel like there's something with the Alpha Fly where the Zoom X is soft enough that you feel the pop from the plate, but firm enough that you get this like bouncy, propulsive feeling. And I feel like the On has done a really good job with that in this shoe.
Yeah, maybe not firm is the word.
Meg, how many miles do you have on yours now? Because you've done a couple workouts and now the 10K.
Probably close to 25, 30, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just have 1 10-mile run in it, so I can't say.
Actually, maybe more than that. I might have closer to 35.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have real close to 10 on mine. I still need to throw on some more. But I found like especially like obviously running on the treadmill is different than running outside. But outside it felt snappy and good. It feels super light on the foot. I'm not sure what mine weighs. I didn't bring in the scale. But it feels light on the foot. The only thing I don't love is I do feel like it does that narrowish feeling. Like it's almost a little too narrow in the heel and in the throat here.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't roll my ankles on the trail.
I
I almost did a couple times.
I think it'd be real tough to get a feel for it on that trail because the underneath your foot is always changing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it on another run on the road.
Yeah.
The other nice thing about this is the upper. I think they're saying there's like, it's really water resistant. So like when you're sweating a bunch, it doesn't really soak up and get any heavier. And like I felt like even though I was sweating profusely, like the shoes felt light the whole time, and they were like really, really good for that.
Oh yeah, I felt the same because I was running in basically mud and rain and water and sweat, and I did think that it didn't
Your
feel any
conditions
different.
that you ran on the NCR trail are like my least favorite conditions ever because even when it rains, it doesn't cool off. And then you just have like a slimy feeling because you've got your sweat mixed with moisture that doesn't evaporate.
Yeah.
Because it's so humid out. So it's just like you're gross.
Yep.
I don't know. But yeah, Meg, I think the word you're looking for the upper is hydrophobic.
It's probably the word, but it
It's afraid
sounds
of water.
fancy.
Do you use the runner's loop or are you just using the top there?
Just the top. I don't use the
runner's
runner's loop. That is
The old triple knot.
for amateurs.
These laces were so long. No, it's not for amateurs. A lot of people like getting a lot.
I will say they are long,
tongue's so
but
long.
they're very good at staying tied. Like in fact, it's hard for me to get them untied once they are tied. But that's a nice feature to have when you're racing because you don't have to worry.
I noticed you didn't untie.
I never do.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing is I felt like the upper fits really well. It does have a lot of room in the forefoot, and people were like, I took a picture and they're like, wow, it's so baggy in the toe. It doesn't bother me at all. It's kind of like, yeah, it's not snug against the forefoot and it crinkles up.
Did you feel they ran long? Because I had to send mine back and get a half size down. And then Ryan, who's a half size bigger than me, they fit him. So
Oh, that's weird. I thought mine were fine.
Mine felt fine.
Also, do you know who wore this shoe yesterday as well?
so weird.
The winner, Helena Beery.
Yep.
Oh,
She
wow.
only ran like,
What a guess.
I don't know, 7 minutes faster than me or something like that.
Wow.
Pretty good though.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that shoe's $280. So
That could play into like where we put it on the hot list.
yeah.
I mean, but look at it.
I don't know.
It's a good looking shoe.
It's only.
It is a good looking
It is
shoe.
probably the.
I like
best
all the
looking shoe.
printer marks on it, like the registration marks, the tone printing. They
did.
brought it into the sock liner.
I did too. I think it's pretty cool. All right, so that was a pretty good shoe, pretty exciting. So I mean, Meg, are you gonna run in it more for more races? Do you think?
So
Like
I'm going to
shorter
do
races?
the Arbutus 10K on July 4th because I hated it so much last year. Why
Yeah.
not do that again? And I'm thinking about wearing the On again. I mean, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. Nice.
Who would have guessed? Who would have said this was going to happen?
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, a year ago, no one would have thought that.
Do you guys want to see my medal?
And oh yeah,
Yeah. Hey, I have the same one.
nice.
Yeah, but did you get this?
I do. I have the same one.
Oh,
No, I did
Oh,
not.
Media pass.
Who's fancy?
very.
That's pretty rad.
I probably do have the media pass too.
And so, did you hang out with Allie on the run while you were there, Allie Feller?
Yeah, so Allie and Laura Green ran together. It was Allie's sort of like last race before she has her surgery. So it was like a big sort of celebration of that before she comes back, which we all know she will and be even faster and better. But we hung out afterwards for a little while. That's why she got me that media pass so I could go in the VIP section with her and all the, fancy people.
Nice.
And
Nice.
Get yourself a High Noon or a Truly.
Yeah, the VIP was it was basically just a street that was just had a little blocker next to it. It was really nothing.
Okay.
But yeah, it was fun.
Gotcha. Cool. Thomas, what's been going on with you?
Dude, so much. My wife went up to Boston, so I've been kind of doing my own thing and having to take care of myself. So that's pretty cool.
How's that working out? You're still alive, so
yeah,
that's good.
It's working out. I think I'm more resourceful than maybe I get credit for.
Okay. No, I like that.
Yeah. Last night, though, you know how we're saying Baltimore's beautiful, and it is.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. The Nick's Fish House, Meg, it was actually a lot of fun. Like, we sat on the deck. It was a little hot when we first got there, but as it started cooling down in the evening, it was like beautiful. We were like right on the water. The boats are going. It was nice.
Yeah, it's a nice spot.
But then we went back to Canton, and we're walking back, and I was saved because you remember Walt's Inn. We've taken Kafuzi there. We've taken other celebrities
Ben
there.
Johnson, neither of which did karaoke, which I'm still mad about.
Yeah.
So.
Nor
I know you're listening to this,
nor
put it on
Jello
a reel of
shots.
the podcast. And,
Yeah.
it's embarrassing.
I actually will never do the Jello shots again, knowing that they're made in.
You say that now,
Anyway,
you only end up at Walt's
yeah.
after you've had like 10 too many drinks, and then at that point you're already making bad decisions.
That's true.
Also, alcohol. Yeah, and alcohol kills all germs.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter where they're made. It's fine.
Well, so here's the good news. The bar was actually closed. So we all walked over there, and then we all decided that was a sign, and it was time to shut things down. But the weirdest thing, Meg, when I was walking up the street to our house, there was so much, like there was cockroaches just walking around the street.
I mean, yeah. Like, were they doing in a conga line, kind of hanging out, or was it more in disarray?
I think what it is because some of these row houses don't have the back area, so they have to put their garbage out front.
Yeah.
And I think that it was like the cockroaches had figured this out, and they're like, "Hey, check it out, smorgasbord."
Yeah. Yeah, they need to figure that out. I'm not a big fan of cockroaches, and that's one. Yeah, those and rats. I'm just like, no, thank you. I don't. Is anyone actually a fan of cockroaches?
Is there a natural predator for them? Do like squirrels eat them or something?
Probably rats eat them, honestly. So it's a little circle of life there, but not sure. I'm sure birds and stuff too, maybe. Oh, but there's a lot of spotted lanternflies coming into our neighborhood. So if you see those, kill them. But honestly, it's an uphill battle. You're
What
not
is
gonna
that?
Kill them all.
No, we're gonna have.
It's a pest from those came over from Asia and started in Pennsylvania, and basically just destroys. They have no natural predator, so they just like destroy trees and stuff because there's so many of them. Like in my parents' yard, there'll be a tree and there'll be just like thousands of them on a tree, and it's just you'll see them. They're in our migrated down to our area now, so I've seen them outside. But they always say kill them, but there's so many of them that it literally makes no difference whether you kill them or not. It just is what it is. And of course, then they'll probably try to introduce a natural predator that ends up disrupting everything else, and they'll have to get something to destroy it. I mean, it's just an endless battle.
I read that book when I was a kid.
Yeah, and then we all die.
Yeah,
but that's still hopefully 10 years away. I went to Dude Perfect last night. I took my kids there.
Was it perfect?
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
I do not.
Like from YouTube.
It's pretty rad. So it's the guys that do the trick shots. Like they were kind of the first people to do it. It's a crew of like 6 of them, and they started out just doing like basketball trick shots, and then it elevated to where now they have 50 million subs on YouTube. They're huge.
They do stuff like they'll put a basketball hoop like at the bottom of a 10-story building.
Yeah.
And make the shot.
Shoot it from a plane.
Okay.
Do like golf shots on moving vehicles, things like that. But they have a live show that incorporates some trick shot stuff. Like there's like a challenge between the team members. They have different games. And then they also have like spin-off series on their YouTubes, which is like, just that they do basically live and in person. But I will tell you, man, kids love that. Like, they're obsessed with it. And did
you have to buy a Dude Perfect t-shirt?
I didn't. One of my friends kind of knows them, so he got in early and did like a VIP thing, and then gave my kids the swag that he got. So didn't have to spend the money on the swag, which is nice.
Dude Perfect.
I see what you did there.
But I just got the tickets off StubHub the day before, so got them for pretty cheap, and it was worth it.
All right, second check-in. Hydration is the theme. We talked about it. We're going to talk about it again. So, do you know where your water sources are? Do you have to hide a bottle in the bushes, or do you live in an urban setting where you know where the water fountains are? Or do you just carry a water bottle with you? Or maybe even a hydration pack when it's really hot? I don't know, man, but you really need to make sure that you're dialing that in these dog days of summer. So I'm guessing, Meg, you're starting to get texts from the crew coming in. Has anybody let you know that they've landed yet?
No, what I just got a text though was, and I went to go get my phone because while we were talking about Allie Feller, she texted, she's wearing Fuel for the Soul tank, and she looks great. So Allie, you look amazing.
Wow.
So that's great. So I remember you took some shirts up. I didn't think that you would get them to him. And how did you manage? Did you bring it to the race?
No, Allie's got her shipped directly to her home.
Oh, fancy.
Are there any more of those left that people can buy?
Yeah, I think we have limited sizes left, but if you do want to buy one, you just go to shop.believeintherun.com and you can pick one up.
Yeah, Japan's back in stock, and that one's flying. It's on 100% cotton.
Yeah, it's a nice addition to your summer wardrobe.
Dude, I love it. Ring spun. It's fantastic.
Oh, so what does it even mean if it's ring spun? They just put a lot of rings in the washing machine with it and then turn it on?
I thought, you know that game that you go and you swing the ring and it lands on the hook?
Yeah.
I thought maybe they just
hang each shirt individually from that game, and then it spins around. And
then they weave it together.
Okay.
And it makes magic.
Wow. That's a time-intensive way to make T-shirts, but what do you got to do?
Yeah. Ring spin it.
We should invent a new way to make. Well, I guess Satisfy made a new way to make T-shirts, which is just shoot them with a shotgun.
Well, I don't know what their technique for the moth eaten is, but we are going to take.
I thought you were going to do that this weekend.
No, I'm doing it next weekend. We're taking a limited number of the Japan shirts, and I'm going to make them into moth eaten, just like Satisfy. I'm going to splash them with a little bit of bleach. They'll be very limited edition. I think we'll have like 4 to 5 of them tops, but you could have your very own Thomas shot your shirt with a shotgun.
Like you're actually going to shoot them with a shotgun, correct?
Yeah.
I wonder from how far away.
I think I want to get pretty far away because you want the shot to disperse.
When is this happening? Where?
Yeah.
So you know when we're going to Liam's birthday party next week? I've arranged with Rob James.
This is like a 3-year-old, by the way.
That who has an arsenal that he would help me. I'm employing him to help me do this artwork. You might have to be there to videotape, Meg.
I don't want.
We don't have a videotape, but maybe with your mobile phone.
I don't want any part of that.
Are you kidding? It's performance art, Meg.
Oh, I wonder. I'm going up to my family's farm for the 4th of July, so maybe we could do like a fireworks version too. I could shoot some mortars through it. That might be more difficult and more dangerous.
Yeah.
But, or just a shotgun. I mean, I could take a shotgun too and do that. So I don't know. I'm interested to see. I really am interested to see. And I wonder what their method is. Satisfied does actually for their shirts. What if they do have just like a moth colony in their warehouse that they're very like they take care of?
I don't think that's what they do.
Like if they have pet moths.
No, I'll bring in my shirt that I have. That's the moth. To me, it just looks like they either have a machine where they just stamp it, or
and like, I know we should have asked him when he was on the podcast how they do that.
He's not going to tell us.
I mean, it's just holes.
Yeah, They have it under their. If you look up the description, our patented process of moth eating.
Yeah. How about the Satisfy shorts with Oakley that were $430?
I would, if I spent that much on a pair of shorts, I would want it written real big on it. I had to spend $440.
Like, just put
because otherwise, like, you're just running up with like shorts on.
Yeah, and look, we talked about how sometimes I feel like it's okay. Some things can be expensive. I still think $430 is just kind of like, it's just and it looked kind of like you peed your pants a little bit with those shorts because
you just got
yeah, because you spent that much money. They have a dark spot on the shorts. It looks like, either grundle sweat or pee, one of them.
Yeah.
But
Meg, are you getting them for me for Christmas?
Probably not. That with that description, that doesn't sound great for anyone.
Start saving now,
dude. But I'm pretty sure they sold out of. Actually, that was the one that they hadn't sold out of, like an hour after it came out. But everything else, I think they did sell out of. I do want to talk about Western States and Courtney Dauwalter. Like, did you see
she crushed by an hour
and 20 minutes. She broke the record.
She's superhuman. She's I don't know how to describe her other than she's superhuman.
It boggles the mind. So I saw a chart of the times that she's beat from the past, and it was like she beat Killian Jornet's winning time, and multiple other legends of running like Scott Jurek and people like that.
Wow.
She beat their winning times for Western States, which is just crazy.
So where do you put her? Like, how do you quantify? Like, because like obviously we're like Eliud Kipchoge, greatest marathoner of all time. You have Courtney Dauwalter. Would it just be endurance? Like, where is her? Where's her spot? Like, what do you call that? Because like, it's just such a unique, focused space that she's in. This ultra distance can just crush and like with determination.
Yeah, but
she's fast and can withstand.
And she didn't even have a pacer for that race, which is pretty much usually when you're. A lot of the people that set the records before had pacers as well. She was just solo doing her thing, which is even.
Laura Green and I were talking about this.
I don't get it.
For a while, and she was saying like Courtney's beating guys who are like 2:18 and faster marathoners, but she's beating them in these races, and like that's crazy.
Right. True.
That's where I'm like, it's so hard to quantify. Like where she falls in. I mean, she might be she's obviously one of the greatest runners of all time, but like,
I mean, she came in 6th overall,
yeah,
which is, I don't know, it's mind blowing. And I think she beat the next woman by like an hour.
Did you see? And obviously she's wearing Solomon, she's a Solomon athlete, but
right.
The guy that won also broke the record this year, right?
No, he had the 4th fastest all time.
4th, and he was wearing a shoe I hadn't seen before from Adidas.
Yeah, they had it. They had it at TRE.
Did we look at it?
I saw.
Oh yeah, it's because you were focusing on the trail stuff with the.
Yeah,
Taylor.
It was that one that we posted, and they made us take down because he came in 3rd at UTMB last year in the same shoe.
So can we post it now?
No, they're like that's the thing. It was like everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
It's a carbon plated. Like P-back style race, like trail shoe. It's pretty sick.
Yeah,
and
it looks rad.
Doing very well in a lot of their races in the shoe.
What's the Nike shoe that was all over the podium?
I was actually. So that was the Ultra Fly.
Okay.
So that was 2nd place male, but I tallied up the shoe counts, and Adidas Terex had 4. So this is among the top 10 in both men and women. They had 4. And then I think the next closest was Hoka had 2. I think like
Solomon had 1.
Solomon had 1. And then Lululemon was 8th place.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Who's
Get
that?
out of here.
Yeah. It wasn't Camille Herron because she DNF'd, but she was actually Camille Herron was in the top 10 for a while, and then I think
Wait, Lululemon has a trail shoe?
yes, that's what Camille Herron's wearing now. So it was Leah Yingling, she's pretty legit. So she finished in 17:49 in that shoe.
Camille doesn't consider herself a trail ultra runner.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Or at least she did a thing about how ultra running isn't always on trails and something, I forget what it was.
So we got to get that shoe in for review because I'm very interested.
The Lulu?
Yeah.
All right. We know a girl.
Yeah. But anyways, either way, that that blew my mind. And it's like, I don't know, can she get faster? Apparently. And she's doing hard rock in, I think, 3 weeks, trying to win that too. But anyways.
You going to stick with the marathon distance, Meg?
Yeah. I'm good. Never. You can't say never, but I have absolutely no desire to do a 100-miler. Like, not even a little bit.
I know this because I listened to your interview on Allie on the Run.
Yeah.
Which was
150-miler, which nearly destroyed me. I can't even imagine doing that twice.
Yeah. I can't believe you ran. Which North Face shoe was that? It was like one of those clunkers of a shoe, wasn't it?
It was
when they were really bad at making shoes.
Yeah, it was so bad.
I ran in it too. I didn't have as bad of an experience as Meg had. It wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst.
This was how many years ago? 8 years ago?
Not that long, was it?
Was it after Trans Rockies or? I don't. It would have had to have been Meg.
I've been here for 5 years, so it had to be before then.
We weren't. Yeah. It was probably 8 years ago.
I can figure it out.
Michael Wardian was there. Yeah.
Do you want me to look up your Athlinks?
No, she's just going to go to her Instagram, see a picture of her and her sister together, and be like, okay, this is how long ago it was.
But yeah, I was...
2015.
What was I going to reference about that interview? Okay, so yeah, 8 years ago.
And I still haven't forgotten it.
It seemed like...
No.
But yeah, so, have you been walking the dog by yourself, Thomas, and fake holding hands with Megan?
I have. It was a little weird this morning without Megan. We went out. He's also doing weird shit, like he's totally picking different routes.
Oh, he's free now. He's
making audibles.
While the cat's away, the dog will play.
Dude, he had us walk all the way across Conkling. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went across Conkling.
He's trying to explore the city.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's like, don't worry about it. I know where we're going.
Yeah. That would have been cool if he led you to some treasure or something that you didn't know about.
I know. Well, today I made an entire pot of coffee knowing that I'm the only one home. We got to finish up this podcast so I can go drink some more coffee because I've only had the one cup so
Can't
far.
let that go to waste.
Robbie, you and Ralphie would probably get along great because he'd probably lead you to some really great trash and definitely some dumpsters you didn't even know existed.
Oh, yeah.
And they both eat stuff off the ground.
Yeah.
Don't you know you're going to get sick from that? Robbie, I don't care.
Oh, man. Okay, I do have bathroom stories. So it's not that great, but yesterday I had my kids and we're walking around and we were walking around Inner Harbor, but I would just like carry the food and sorry, it doesn't make sense to anybody, but we were going to the arena to see the show, the Dude Perfect show, and you're not allowed to bring anything in. Like they just don't let you. I tried to bring my John G sling bag in one time and they were like, absolutely not. But then I could kind of convince them to take it in.
No men purses.
So I was like, we had to carry our crackers and stuff around with us that we got to the Inner Harbor a couple hours early and just walked around. So, and side note, if you're going to go to a show where they don't let you bring anything in, I brought like a handheld flask, like a runner's flask. So then you can just empty it out, put it in your pocket, and then you can use it, like fill it up at the water stations inside the venue.
Okay.
The water filling stations. So you don't have to buy the water there. That's a cheap person's hack. You're welcome. And
you could just tie a rope around your waist and tie a bottle down into your crotch there.
No, I think it's like too big. The sensors pick it up. Yeah, so depending on the person. We were walking around Inner Harbor and we had to stop to go to the bathroom at the visitor center. And one of my kids ends up going in the stall, and I turn around and look under, and then the crackers that were like is our snack is just like sitting on the floor, like right in front of the toilet. And I was like, dude, I was like, why did you put that on the floor? It's just like the whole floor is just covered.
Wait, the crackers weren't in a bag or anything? This is just like crackers on the floor?
They're in the pack. Like it's one of those 6-pack of crackers, like
yeah.
We give the boys the peanut butter crackers.
Toast cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just sitting there, and I'm just like, dude, like, why would you think it's okay to just put it on the bathroom floor? So then I washed them off in the sink with tons of soap and water, because I was like, they're not open. It's fine. And
yeah.
So far, he's not sick, so I guess it worked. But it's still gross, though. It's just like the whole idea of anything touching that area of the bathroom is disgusting.
So you had the 2 boys by yourself, and one time when I had my 2 boys by myself, you go to the bathroom and you try to work on the one that needs the most help.
Yeah.
So Theo really had to go to the bathroom, and Henry's there, and I'm trying to take care of Theo. Henry just runs up to a urinal and starts playing with the puck in it, and it's like got face in it and like hands touching it, and I about lost it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you might have to like just cut off your kid's arms.
Yeah, I was like, I got out the hose. I got out some of this, what is this cream I'm putting on my forehead here?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's no good.
Get it all. All right, final check-in. You thirsty? You probably are. If you've been running and it's hot and you're sweating, you probably want to wring out your shirt. Please do not do an Instagram post of you wringing out your shirt to show everybody how much sweat was in it. Nobody likes those. They're pretty gross. Anyhow, finish up your run. Make sure you take in some tasty beverages afterwards and hydrate and get ready for your next run.
Oh, I want to get real quick because I was thinking about going to the bathroom before a run, and I want to give a shout out, not related to that, to Aldrin, our stability reviewer, because when I was in Florida last week, we got to do a run together down on Amelia Island, and that kid's great. He's a good dude, great stability reviewer. So, and I think he's going to be coming up here for the grit party, which we should mention, by the way. We should start teasing that
More
out.
than mention, we should start hyping this shit.
Like right now.
Yes.
So this is when the hype starts.
All right, I'm going to tell you something. If you've ever wanted to meet Kafuzi, the guy who takes his shirt off in videos.
Yeah, he's not a runner. He's just a guy who takes his shirt off.
Yeah, he's going to be here. You've got, we're going to be, I guess I could tell people, for the first 150 people that register who RSVP, we're going to give away CLA hats to them.
Yeah. It's going to be a big... So the summer grit party, if you don't know and you never come to one, it's pretty much the best party in the world.
The second only to the winter grit party.
Yeah. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're not. They're always awesome. But any grit party is a good time. And it's going to be here in Baltimore on Saturday, July 20th.
Nope. Thursday.
What's the official time?
Thursday, July 20th.
Wait, I thought it was on a Saturday.
Nope.
It's on a Thursday. It's our Believe Run Club.
Oh,
6:30 p.m.
Run. And we're going to finish up with... We'll have some beverages here post run, but we're going to take the party over to Ministry.
Okay.
And really go at it. But the other thing that we'll have demos for A6 shoes. A6 team will be here. We even have some of the executives from Japan are going to actually be here for the party.
So when should people get here for the party?
I'm going to say 6. The run will start at 6:30.
Okay.
And I think we just do our regular Thursday night run, which has 2 options. You can either do, I think it's like a 5 mile where you run along the water.
Yeah.
And then there's a 3 mile, which kind of cuts. They both meet up at the Science Center. We take a photo. then we turn around, head back, and then it's just let's have some fun, kick it.
Yeah.
And you're getting miles for grid anyway.
What shoes? Do you know what shoe try-ons are going to be?
I think it's going to be the Kayano.
Okay, Kayano 30.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's going to be a good time. That's free. Again, CLA is giving away 150 hats. The first, yeah, I guess that makes it's the first 150 people that RSVP or first 150 people that show up.
It's for RSVPs.
Okay.
So you're going to have to RSVP. If you just show up, you will not be entitled to it.
Oh, maybe you will if other people don't. I don't know, but you're chancing it. We'll say that. Yeah, so that'll be an awesome time. And if Meg, when does can you tell everyone when your summer hydration tour starts?
Yeah.
Just to recap that.
The first stop will be July 14th. We're going to Austin, then following that up in Miami, July 17th. The Baltimore stop will be part of our hydration store, so that July 20th party we're talking about. Then we head to Oklahoma City, July 22nd, Nashville, July 29th, Atlanta, August 10th, and Boston back here, August 19th, and that will also serve as the shakeout for Falmouth Road Race.
Sweet.
That's awesome. The dudes are so hyped up about Falmouth. That's everybody was talking about last night. And Robbe, you almost forgot we're going to California in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Thomas and myself will be in Oakland, California at Renegade Running. That's July 8th. And we'll be doing...
Dude, that's so soon.
Did I get that off the top of my head? July
That's
8th.
correct. Yeah.
We'll be doing a run, an afternoon run, actually.
Yeah.
With the Norda 002, celebrating that launch. And we'll also be doing a live podcast, which should be real interesting.
It should be. Let's hope it is. But it should
Will
be.
the live podcast eventually air on our channel for everyone, or do you have to be there?
Oh,
yes,
for sure.
It won't be live. We'll be doing it live
in person. In person podcast,
yeah.
I guess.
And then we'll publish it, and everybody can get down with it.
I think we should talk to people in the crowd. Maybe do some like
Q&A.
Have them heckle. Should be like a crowd roast of us.
I like that.
Could turn ugly.
I'm very sensitive though. The other thing though,
make sure that face clears.
I know
up.
the swoosh.
It's an easy target right there.
I know pepperonis. They got it.
All right, go ahead. Next, what are you gonna say next?
I forget.
I'm sorry. I had to throw it in there.
That's fine. I hope nothing ever happens to your face.
I don't think it actually. I don't actually think it looks that bad.
It. You know what it does? It itches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not pleasant.
Itching. I'll go buy some aloe for you or some cortisone cream.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, that's the thing I wanted to ask you. Can you like put layers of stuff on top of it? So
See,
can you do sunscreen? Can you do cortisone cream?
I did.
Could you do aloe? Anything like that?
So she said I could, but not right. Like I have to let it absorb and then can do it.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to get this over with. So I'm just like, put it on, let it rip.
Let it ride.
Yeah, get done.
Yeah, I have a feeling maybe she doesn't even know. She's just like this. We're just learning about this stuff, so maybe just don't do other stuff to.
Well, what I was worried about is because I ran in here and it's pretty hot out. My sweat was dripping in my mouth. I'm like, I'm getting chemo tongue.
Oh man,
God.
Start getting some boils on your tongue. Looks like a Harry Potter curse or something.
It pretty much is.
Man. All right. Well, I'll be thinking of you and my thoughts.
Robbe, are you buying fireworks to set off on the 4th?
Probably, most likely. I'll have to see what my budget allots for. My brother's going to be there, who's very into fireworks, so he's probably going to spend a lot of money. And usually, I try to keep it under, $150.
Are fireworks expensive?
So,
I don't know anything about fireworks.
So like if you get a mortar, like the best ones, you get like a mortar with a tube and everything. I go to a place that's pretty cheap, not one of those chains that charge you out the nose for fireworks. But I go to
Spirit.
they're expensive, dude. It's ridiculous. The Phantom fireworks.
So where do you go? Some places just like
it's a local one by our house, and it's just a family that owns it, and they have like really nice selection. So the mortars, say you get like I want to say it's like an 18 pack maybe, but it's $70. So it's about $3 a shot, maybe $4 a shot. So if you think about it, each one time you set one off, it's like, there's $4. It's $4 worth of entertainment.
Poof.
Yeah.
But like,
it goes as fast as Megan's horse gambling money.
I still got some to spend, by the way. Are they like big fireworks, or are these like little fireworks?
Oh no, they're the ones that go like 200 yards in the air and explode like large, not
like mini, like real ones.
Yeah, like real ones, like but I mean,
the flowers.
You feel it in your chest. I mean, it's a big like.
I feel it in my finger.
Then
nice.
$4 seems very reasonable. That is entertainment.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
To scare dogs, it's totally reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to get used to it. But they've been doing it in China for thousands of years. They know what's going on.
Yeah, they're not too kind to dogs either.
So, that's true. So we, but there's a bunch of other kinds too. You know, like you can put ones on the ground, but that shoot really high. Obviously, you know, you got your bottle rockets, Husker Do's, Husker Doles, screaming Mimis,
yes,
whistling kitty chasers without the scooter stick. But
you realize that's a quote from a movie, Meg. Her face is totally still.
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Joe Dierte. But yeah, I feel like my family kind of goes in on it too, so I get funds from different people and then just go and get it and then put on.
When you say my family gets into it, what I picture is vacation, that family that lives in the trailer, and like everybody comes out and they're like, I like your shoes. You said you like my shoes, Clark, so I got you a pair.
yeah, pretty accurate. No, but July 4th is kind of my favorite holiday. So
is it because of independence?
It's mostly just blowing stuff up. It's like you get a free pass on explosions.
And what's your meal? Like, you know, Thanksgiving has turkey.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's.
What do you get for 4th of July? What's like the celebratory food?
I mean, my family goes pretty hard on the picnic stuff. So all the, you know, hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, yes. Macaroni salad. Like we make homemade ice cream. Like
oh my god,
thing. Yeah,
churning.
And my mom, like we have raspberries on the farm, so like we'll pick a bunch of raspberries, put that on top of the ice cream. It's actually.
Wait, are you not gonna
awesome.
Make some fresh cherry juice for this outing?
They're not in season anymore, so they only were in season for like a week. So
wow.
That's it?
Yeah,
your cherry dreams are done?
But yeah, they were short-lived. It was good while it lasted.
I'm not saying your family lives in a trailer. What I'm saying is when you say we get all together with the fireworks, that's what I picture.
I mean, it's not too far off. Like, there's definitely part of the family tree that is in that space, I could say.
I don't know why they call it Hamburger Helper. It does fine all by itself.
What's that from? Is that from?
That's from Vacation.
National Lampoon, yeah.
Yeah. He just hands him a bun with like the Hamburger Helper with no meat.
That's. Did you call them sloppy? You call them sloppy joes, or did you call?
No,
them...
sloppy joes are sloppy joes. There's a specific sloppy joe.
Yeah.
Hamburger Helper.
We kind of just call it anything that was like a sloppy joe, just the meat and that you put on a bun.
Anything extra, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, anyway, so should be fun. Should be a good time.
Who makes the homemade ice cream?
Hopefully, come. My uncle. So he has like one of the machines that you kind of just put the ice in and then mix the cream and everything else, sugar, whatnot. So
while you were out earlier, Meg, because we can see Meg's hotel room, your bed is nicely made. Did you do that yourself, or while you were out running, did they straighten up?
I did that.
Nice work.
Whoa. Man, you maids must love you.
I mean, I try to keep it tidy. I'm here for like 4 nights.
Or do they call maids housekeepers? Sorry.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a new.
I have to say housekeeper now.
Or it's probably it might not even be that anymore.
Housekeeper?
Service representative.
I don't know. Maybe.
I did go running around the Charles River this morning and casually just saw Molly Seidel out there running, which is always
Oh,
cool.
really?
Yeah. I know I saw her at the race yesterday, but it
Was she
feels
like, "What's
different
up,
when
Meg?"
she's like out in the wild, and it's like, oh, there's Molly just running like a normal person.
Yeah.
Did you say hi to her?
No, she was like on the other side of the street, which I was like, I wonder why she's crossing to go over there, because I was like behind her, and then I realized exactly why, because I went to this dead end, and then I had to like figure out how to get back to cross this bridge, and I was like, I probably should have just followed her, but that would have looked weird. So yeah, it was a thing.
Oh man, that's cool.
That's crazy.
Anything else we got to talk about today?
No, I think we should wrap it up. I got to run home.
Okay. Oh, you got to drink that coffee.
I got to drink that coffee. I got stuff.
Okay. Vague stuff to do.
Yeah. Meg's out of town. I got stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not asking any questions.
You're gonna clean the house, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
Okay.
accurate.
Maybe Thomas has a gambling addiction and he's got to go home and place his bets.
I do have like 5 screens set up for various like weird sports.
All right.
All right. Well.
Plus, I got to help the Wenger group, overthrow Russia. So.
I forgot about that. The resistance.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right. So have a good time in Boston, and we'll see you in a few days.
Yeah.
maybe.
Take notes so that people know what it's like.
Okay, I'll do that.
And photos. Maybe make a video or something.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll try.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So that's it. It's a wrap. Thanks, Brandon, for editing this up. Thanks, Megan, for joining us live from Boston. Thank you. Again, it's been a joy hosting you.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Say hi to your mom.
Bye, Ma.
All right.
All right.
That's a wrap.
See ya.